This is the German flag. And I have a question. Are Germans Mountain Dutch or other Dutch? Swamp Germans? Let me know in the comments below. But actually, that's not what I wanted to ask. What I wanted to ask was, why did the German flag change from the one on the left to the one on the right? Because if you look at old photos of Germany, like this one from the First World War, you can see clearly that it's a black, white, and red tricolor. But today, it's clearly black, red, and yellow in a tricolor, or gold. So why did this change occur? Well, in this video, let's find out. For a lot of its history, the German states were in fact small princedoms and states inside the Holy Roman Empire, until around 1806 when the French came and did what they always do, and ruined everything for everyone. One of the Prussian units to fight against Napoleon was the Lützow Free Corps, and these men came from all over Germany. Their uniforms featured black, gold, and red. So this is the first real occasion where we start to see that lots of people around Germany, because so many men from all over the country or the states at that time, it wasn't yet a unified country, were serving in this corps, and these colors, black, red, and gold, were seen throughout Germany by a lot of people. In 1816, at the end of the Congress of Vienna, it was decided that all the remaining German states would be added into a confederation of states, into the North German Confederation in the north. So this flag came about in 1815 at Jena, which is in the south of Germany. It was created by members of the Lützow Free Corps who came together and founded a fraternity. Because so many of these men came from different areas in what would become Germany, there was a real sense of a national unionist movement starting to emerge among these fraternity members. They, and others like them, started to agitate for a unified German state. As we can see from this image of the Hambach Festival in 1832, they're using another tricolor, gold, red, and black, which is starting to look more like the modern German flag. At this festival, and in this image from 1848, when social movements throughout Europe rose up in great rebellions in different countries, we see one of the first times that the black, red, and gold was used as a symbol for a unified German state, which at this time did not yet exist. This was used by the Frankfurt Parliament and was put forward as what they hoped would be a national flag for all German peoples, but of course, this fell apart, and it returned to the status quo of the two largest states, Prussia in the north and Austria in the south. This really came to a head in 1866 with the Austro-Prussian War. Many of the southern German states supported the Austrians, and they actually used the black, red, and gold to identify themselves and ally with Austria. But of course, it was the Prussians who took the victory in the Austro-Prussian War. So now we shift focus and look at the origin of the other German flag. In Prussia, we have this flag with the imperial eagle, and with black, white, and black forming the tricolor. We also have the unification of Prussia with several northern German states. A powerful force in northern Germany for a long time was the Hanseatic League, Die Hansa. They used the color white and red, which you can still see in flags like that of Lübeck and Bremen, for example. These colors were combined with Prussian black to create the flag of the German Empire, which of course is the black, white, and red tricolor. This remained in use until 1918, when the Germans were defeated in the First World War and had to sign the Treaty of Versailles, which greatly destroyed the German Empire and would lead to the creation of the Weimar Republic. In 1919, to great controversy, they decided to change the official flag from the red, white, black to the black, red, and gold. that had previously been used by the Frankfurt government. Why? Because the Weimar Constitution borrowed heavily from the Frankfurt Constitution of 1848. Many in Germany opposed the change and continued to use the black, white, and red, which they saw as the true flag of Germany, especially those on the right, like the political parties of the DNVP and later sometimes also by the NSDAP. In 1933, and of course, this is when Hitler became Chancellor. Changes were made rapidly to the national flag. As said earlier, many on the right did not see the black, red, and gold as a true German flag, but one imposed by the puppet government that came after the fall of the empire. So Hitler reinstated, of course, the Nazi Party's flag with the swastika, but also brought back the imperial flag. This was in place until 1935, when only the Nazi Party flag was able to be used in Germany as the national flag. 1945 marked the end of the Second World War, and with it came new flag changes. Germany was partitioned, the West in favor of capitalism and the Allies, the East aligned with the Soviet Union and communism. So we see two different flags appear again, both using black, red, and gold, but with different emblems. One reflecting the Bundesrepublik, the other reflecting its ties to socialism. 1989, the fall of the Berlin Wall, the reunification of Germany, and of course, they opted for the plain old black, red, and gold. It's almost like I planned that. And that's kind of the story of the German flag. Why they used different ones, and how we got to the current design. If you learned something new today, drop a like and subscribe for more historical deep dives, and let me know in the comments. Which version of the German flag do you think looks the best?